Hi, I'm Sarah George, registered acupuncturist. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about how to use moxabustion at home. You'll be doing moxabustion at home in conjunction with your prescription from your Chinese medicine practitioner or registered acupuncturist. Now there's two different forms of moxa sticks that are often used. So the first one here is your smoky moxa stick. This is a really traditional type of moxa stick. It's got the moxa punk inside. Moxa, by the way, is mugwort herb. The second type, and it's the one that's often used more indoors when you don't have a well-ventilated space, is a charcoal moxa stick. We call this a smokeless moxa stick. And as you can see, I have lit this end, but this is the end that you'll see when you have a brand new one. Sometimes they have a hole down the middle too, which makes them a little bit easier to light. Okay, so first things to know is always follow directions from your practitioner. So never do moxa just on your own. Make sure you're working with a Chinese medicine practitioner or registered acupuncturist so that you know you're doing moxa the right way in the right place. There's a lot of safety things to know about moxa too, so we'll go through some of those now, but a lot of those you'll get from your practitioner. First of all, if you have trouble with sensing warmth or heat, probably moxa is something that you shouldn't be doing because you can burn yourself. Now, when you go to light your moxa stick, so let's say that you take your charcoal moxa stick or your smoky moxa stick. Your smoky moxa stick is really easy. Basically, you want to peel the paper of this outside paper away so you're left with the white bit. And you basically can just light it with an ordinary lighter. You just want a little ember to form around the end here, and the charcoal stick works very similarly to this, so then we'll follow on this from the charcoal stick. Okay, so to light the charcoal stick, unfortunately, is harder than the smoky stick. I usually use a kitchen blowtorch to do this, but you can also use a candle. Whatever you do, don't use an ordinary lighter because you will burn your thumb. It takes a long time for this to light, so you either need your kitchen blowtorch or a candle, something that you can poke the stick into to help it to light without having to heat up this hand here. So I use my trusty little kitchen blowtorch. You can get these from kitchen shops. People use them for creme brulee. Okay, so what we want to do is warm it as so. Now you probably want to do this over a surface that you're not going to burn anything. So be careful, it can let off little sparks. Some people choose to do this in their bathrooms, over a sink. Okay, so basically you want to heat it up so that it's glowing red at the top. If I blow on it, you might be able to see that. No, you can't, but you'll get the idea. Okay, now to test if the moxa stick is warm, hold it above your skin, about 2 centimeters above your skin. See if you can feel the heat coming out. If you can feel heat coming out, it's warm. If you can't feel heat out, please don't touch it. Just relight it again, hold it over your hand again, see if you can get the heat. Now, when you're lighting it as well, especially if you've lit it a few times, you want to light it a little bit further into the black each time, not just the tip. Okay, so then you'll be moxering your point. Now, you might be given a point to do, it might be a channel, or it might just be a body area. You might have a sore wrist, and you might just moxa over your wrist, just backwards and forwards, keeping it away from the skin. You definitely never ever touch the skin. Some safety things to bear in mind: you can put your finger down, little finger down on the skin to make it sturdy so that you won't accidentally bump your skin with the moxa stick. That can be really nice. And there's a few different techniques. So you can go backwards and forwards along a channel. You can just hold it over a point, and then when it gets hot, take it away. You can do another point, you can come back. Or you can just hold it like that, bring it away, come back. Now there's another method called sparrow pecking, and this one here you can usually do for a little bit longer, just up and down like so. And this could be in many different points on the body. It might not be this point. Okay, so how do you know when you've done it enough? Now your practitioner will give you guidance on this, but the general rule is until it feels really lovely and warm and sort of full. It's a bit like you're filling a well with warmth. So it might take a little while to start warming up in the beginning, but the more that you do it, it might get warmer quicker. So just bear that in mind. Now, once you've finished your moxa, the way to put it out is really important too, because you don't want to burn your house down and you don't want to burn yourself. Okay, so in the clinic we use a moxa extinguisher like this and we put it out like this. But at home you won't have one of those. So what I recommend is that you put it out in a little jar with sand in it. I've got just this little champagne bucket and there's sand in there, and I can put my moxa stick out there. The idea is that you close off the air to the moxa stick and then it's in sand. Sand is a really good product to use to make sure that it really goes out. All right, so that's how you put it out. Now, while you're moxering, you might also need to ash the stick. In fact, you probably will need to ash the stick. And to ash the stick, we never tap the stick. We always drag the stick along. So wipe the ash off, never ever tap. And the reason for that is you don't want to break the stick up as you go. So if you wipe the stick, you should have no trouble with any parts of the stick breaking off while you're using it. The same goes when you're using your smoky stick as well. Once that's lit, you're doing your moxa, again, just wipe the ash off. Wipe the ash off, don't tap. We never tap the stick. So I hope that really helps you in how to light your stick, how to use your moxa, and how to put it out safely. If you have any other questions, you can contact us or ask your practitioner.